What's up, everyone? Oh man, this one I have been looking forward to for a minute. I've had this for a second and ready to build. And Todd, you're right. That intro does hit hard. I wonder if I met the guy that made that. Yeah, man, this is something that I have been very much looking forward to building. A subscriber very kindly reached out and said, "Hey, I have this Partwork for you if you would like to build it." And he was like, I know you're doing stuff for Wonderfest, and do you have time? And I'm like, for the Batmobile? Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Now, this is something that is not available here at in the US. They're currently, what is it? Todd, are they just testing these in France, or is it over in Europe? But basically, this is a Partwork that they are doing a 4-issue trial for. And man, if this is one that they actually build, it's going to be pretty freaking amazing. The quality of the model itself, and we're going to get into building it here in just a couple minutes, but the quality of the model itself is kind of crazy, actually. Donnie, over at Don's modeling desk, he has built this as well, and he will echo the same thing. It's pretty crazy how detailed and how good it goes together, and he's built a couple Partworks as well. So yeah, so you haven't seen them test anywhere else. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so yeah, so the person, I'm not going to call out the name. If they are watching and they would like me to say, I will go ahead and say who happened to be the very generous person. But they have a friend over in France who happened to hook them up with 3 kits, and I happened to be one of the lucky recipients of those kits. And when he told me, I'm like, okay, cool, let's look this up. And there's nothing to look up. I couldn't find anything. I don't know if I don't know if I'm looking in the right spots. I don't know, if I'm doing the right thing or whatever. But regardless, I couldn't find much information on it. This is just a trial, and so that's the one thing that I do know. The other thing that I do know is that this is in French, and we're going to have to infer on the instructions as we're building it. But I read good, and the pictures should help with the with the building of this model. So so the test is in the magazine stands only. No website, no PDFs, no ads. Oh, so once you see ads, it's going full run. Okay, cool. So that is really good to know. And so that's why I was not able to find out any information. Thanks, Todd, about this. Basically, I mean, this is from DeAgostini. Altaya is the French division of DeAgostini, as you can see here. And they basically, they are fan home over in France. And they're releasing this as a test. And man, I hope that it is a thing that actually gets built, because everything that I'm about to show you looks pretty cool. So what I'm going to start with today is I'm going to show you all of the stuff that came with it. Basically, you have the introduction. We have the 4 magazines for each stage, and then some pictures and such. So, so they're allowed to create and test the model for 4 issues without buying the licensing from Warner Brothers. Interesting. That's why they always test her in 4 issues. No license are needed. Now, what's interesting down here is we do have a WB and DC license on the bottom of the package. So, it's a provisional type thing. Okay, cool. That's awesome. The Todd Father. The Todd Father knows. That's awesome. So I'm going to show you all the little bits and pieces that go to it, and then let's just go ahead and start building. I've had this for, almost a month now, and I've just been like, let's go. I want to build it. So, as is with everything that you get, from Fan Home in the first couple issues, you're going to get, the overview of what the model's going to be. I have no idea what any of this says other than, Batman and Tim Burton, and that's about it. And then the gifts that you would get in the series, you'd get 3 posters, much like Kit. Looks like a mug. Binder, maybe? Carnet. I don't know. That, yeah. And a t-shirt. And then I believe if you have the premium subscription, you're going to get the display case for it, which is pretty cool. Okay, perfect. So they get permission, but not commit to a royalty fee license yet. Makes total sense. Now, some of the stuff that they're going to cover, and they do cover this inside the magazines, is you're going to kind of see, they cover the comics, they cover the history of the Batmobiles and the films and all of the different Batman media. It's pretty cool. Like, I really wish that I spoke French. It'd be really interesting to read all of that. So the bottom of that talks about, what's going to happen in the magazines during the collection. Oh, nice. Just dropping things on stream. This is great. Love it. Remember at 8:12, we need to do something about that. And then here we have kind of some of the external, like what it would look like on the outside. It is an 1/8 scale. If you look, you can see how the cockpit's going to look. I believe it has wings. So one of the many, many things that the 89 Batmobile can do is do this. Yeah, crazy. I think it has the wings that you can attach and remove. And then Google Translate app on your phone. Oh, that's a fantastic idea. And then the cool thing is this, the poster. And I believe that is scale to the exact size of what we're looking at here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and if you just look at the quality, that is a picture of the prototype, and it looks really cool. It looks really highly detailed. Man, I'm super excited about building this one. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these magazines. I guess before we get into the stages, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the goodies that came with it. We have some subscription stuff. Like, I love the fact that, you can just you can just sign up for a subscription. Can you imagine, like, being able to go to just a newsstand and just go pick up your Partwork? Like, God, talk about supply chain issues not being really an issue. Issues. Anyway. And then something that looks really familiar, something that we all saw in the middle of like TV guides when we were kids. That's pretty cool. And then I have a couple copies of these. Basically, I've got 2 copies that basically talk about self-addressed stamped stuff, and then all of the different stuff, kind of much like a smaller version of the bigger poster that we got there, and then somewhere to sign up for it. That's pretty cool. It'd be so cool to be able to do it this way. And then there are some prints of the prototype. And you can see here that the engine is going to have a light up effect, which is pretty cool. Also, a very realistic look on the exhaust here, or the jet engine. I don't know what you would call that, but the engine tip. A side profile. And we're going to be building one of these rear wheels, and these things are gigantic. Pretty cool. Do they show a website in the flyers or brochure? I'm going to check that real quick. And then a front on profile. So, yeah, these are some of the cool things that come with it. Let's see here. Let's see if they have a website. Very interesting. There is a phone number. Let's assume that's what that is. Looks like it's just phone numbers. Okay, I have a website. I could Google Translate it if I wanted to. I do have a website. So, Todd, it's www.altaya.fr/GDPR. So I found that. Don't know what that is, but let's find out. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stage magazines. When Donnie got his stage 4 was just a repeat, I believe, of stage 3. So he had to figure out how to build the last stage without basically just on his own. Donnie's a pretty good modeler, so I'm not surprised he was able to pull it off. I am so glad I didn't get the special version of that. Privacy data thing. Okay. Let's see if I can see if there's anything else. Trying to sort through. I'll let you know if I find one, if I see it. My goodness. So they're talking a little bit here in the beginning of the Stage 1 magazine, and talking about, from what I was able to, I did do a Google Translate at one point. Talking a little bit about, some of the inspirations that Tim Burton had for Gremlins and Steven Spielberg movies and stuff like that, for different shooting techniques and how he wanted to kind of show Gotham as a world. It was very interesting. They talk about the '89 Batmobile, all of the different little things that it has. It would be really cool. And one of the things that I totally forgot about was this Batmobile and how it had the shield that went completely over the top. That is super cool. And if they were able to incorporate all of this, all of these different modes where it had the skinny mode and then it was able to shed off pieces of itself, if that was real and they were able to pull that off in the model, that'd be pretty crazy. But I think all we get are the wings that attach to the side. And then we go on to Stage 1, which is going to be, like many first stages, in a car part work. It is going to be building the hood, which is very unique and individual to this model. So we will get into building that, and the instructions I should be able to figure out fairly easily. Based on the screws and all of that, I should be able to figure this out. I hope. We're about to find out. And then after the instructions, they go into the comics and all of the different, like the beginnings. I think this is Batman #1 right here, actually, if I'm not mistaken. And talking about the beginnings of Batman and where it all kind of started. And my favorite Batman. Very much my favorite Batman. 92. Super awesome. All right, stage 2. It seems like they talk about the movie in the beginning here, and then they're talking about actors, and specifically Tim Burton here in the very beginning, and then Michael Keaton. Still my favorite Batman. Christian Bale was a really good Batman, but Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman for sure. And then Batmobile 95, the thing that goes floppy, 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 floppy. My God, if they only designed this thing better and just, kept the original Batmobile, it would have been cool. No worries. There was some pretty cool things, but that they tried to do, like the rims that the Bat logo stayed centered in the middle. That was pretty cool, but it kind of fell flat. Here we're going to be in stage 2. We're going to be building the rear cone for the jet engine, and I believe, hold on, nope, I am wrong. We're going to be building the wheel, which is gigantic. I know I'm going to need some more water for putting that wheel on that hub. It is gigantic. I can't wait to show it to you guys. Then, just a little bit more into the comics, the detective series, and just super cool how, like, the Batman detectives, they talk about all of the different styles and variations, and specifically, I think they start talking about the Joker in this section and how he kind of like played a part throughout all of the various series. And then, of course, where would you be without your shark repellent spray? Specifically in this scene. Pure camp. Gotta love it. Stage 3. Talking about Michael Keaton. One thing that I really liked about this movie was kind of both the noir aspect of it, and then the super weird Batman aspect of it, and the realism too. It was very interesting. Like, I remember being a kid and actually saw this in a drive-in movie theater, and I just remember being super fascinated by this as a kid, and definitely like being obsessed with cars, like Kit and the Ecto-1 and the DeLorean and everything like that. The Batmobile was definitely at the center of what I was thinking about when I was watching these. And then the other more floppy Batmobile from Batman and Robin. Oh, God. I don't even want to talk about it. This thing is awful. Awful. In stage number 3, we're going to be building, I believe it's going to be the front, or it's going to be the rear cone, and then the assemblies for the lights, which is pretty cool. And then more just talking about the comics. Definitely the Adam West Batman age. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Then eventually talking about the Justice League, and then the Batman video game. So it's very interesting. Like, they're doing a lot of like showing of the history of Batman here in these first couple magazines. And then finally, the one that Donnie's was all messed up, and I just poor guy. Jack Nicholson did such a fantastic job as the Joker. It's fantastic. I love how they got that effect with his face and just the type of prosthetics that they use to get his face to basically just stick like that. Super creepy. The laugh. Oh, the laugh. Then they talk about the tumbler, which is my second favorite Batmobile. Hachette is doing that as a part work, and that'd be something that'd be pretty cool to try to convince somebody to send over this way. There are a couple of actual scale models for these, and I've thought about it, but maybe the part work might make its way over here. So I think I'm going to wait for that one just in case. And then the final stage, which is the stage that I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, Les Joker. I'm really looking forward to assembling the dashboard. The dashboard is super detailed, it's got so much to it. And just the level of quality and detail. And if Mike Lane were to ever get a hold of this, oh my god, what he could do, it would be insane. No, it's not as like crazy as Kit's Dash, but there's something about this. Like, this is the one where I feel like, I'm probably gonna say this a couple times, but I do feel that this part work, the Batmobile, if it was the actual one that they build and we get this, it might be one of the best looking part works just from what I've seen so far. Kit's parts are pretty cool. I haven't gotten a whole lot of experience with building part works, obviously, with cars and all of that, but from what I have seen from the 3 that I am doing, this one by far has the nicest parts, and I'm just looking forward to putting that together. So this dash is going to be complicated, so we're going to get moving quickly here. The first couple stages are fairly quick, and it's going to be this final stage that's going to take a minute, and I'm definitely going to be using my my translate function if I really can't figure out what to do. And then that is what the finished dash looks like. And man, I just wish that we had some lights. Well, we do have some lights. I could probably power that up somehow. Hold on. And then just talking more about the comics and the 89 Batman comic series, which is a really, really good series. And it's the last comic series that I ever purchased for anything, ever. I think the last couple came out in late 2022, something like that. Yeah, really good series, really well animated. Some of the stories in here are kind of dark. Really cool. And then, for some of you, there it is. One of the very classic Batmobiles. And let me tell you, the 66 is pretty cool. And I know that the part work that just came out for this one from DeAgostini, it's got some really good reviews on it so far. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that build goes. Not my favorite Batmobile, but definitely, like, if I do this one, if this winds up happening, then I think this is going to wind up happening. And it's sick how Partworks works, doesn't it? So, and then they kind of talk about, I think this is there's an image there from the, I guess this would be the Batcave. Yeah. And then some of the toys and stuff like that. So let's get building, shall we? I'm super excited for this. Been holding on to it for a minute, and it is time. So let's go ahead and open up to our instructions and find the part. This is by far the biggest box of them all. Oh, man. Yeah, just imagine the 66, the 89, and the tumbler all in 1/8 on your shelf. That, oh yes. So, on a personal level for me, I am not the biggest, like, Marvel is not my most favorite thing. I am much more fond of DC as my comic. Batman is my superhero. And so it's pretty cool to think that the possibility for having all 3 of those is pretty amazing, you know, and like building the cars, like the Partwork cars are becoming like one of my favorite things to do. And like to have all of those with Kit, and then eventually, because I'm a sadist, I'm going to get the DeLorean, to have like my childhood in 1/8 scale up on a shelf Yeah, absolutely. I have no idea where the hell I'm going to put it all, but here we go. So, sorry, Steve, let's move you out of the way here a little bit. Let's go ahead and get ourselves opened up. So, run my knife along the outside. Almost feels sacrilegious, but what's the point of having one of these if you're not going to build it, right? The question becomes, though, as we wait for it to not become a trial, how long does it take to get to the States, and how long am I going to be storing this? This was super smooth up until the very end, by the way. But how long am I going to be storing this in some box? Like, man, I'm going to have to display it somehow, I guess. I don't know. I think I have to. So let's go ahead and turn this. Give it the old shimmy. Oh, dude. Wow. Holy crap. That is matte. And that is super nice. That quality is kind of nuts. This is definitely die cast. And it just feels really, really, really good. Oh, thank you for the screwdriver. It's going to go in the pile of other screwdrivers. All right, so it looks like the inset for the front cone is plastic. Feels like ABS. Yep, feels like ABS. That's pretty cool. Get some light in there. There's a little kind of hose thingy right there. That's very cool. A couple of the hood pieces. I don't know if that's a little bit of an imperfection up there on the top. Kind of catch the light a little bit. It's right here. There's a little bit of an imperfection kind of right through there. But whatever. That grill is actually a grill. Very cool. Yeah, both of these look awesome. The screws are right here. Wow, these are big boy screws. A little bit of that imperfection right here. I just wonder if it's from rubbing up against the plastic. That's very much what that looks like. But yeah, Buck, I agree. This is just making me want to think about the 66 as well right now. Like, I don't need one of those, but man, I kind of need one of those now. Hi, Buck, by the way. Got a turbine right here. It's super cool. Made out of plastic. Very nice. Oh, wow. This is also plastic, but has some really nice details on it right here. Just painted, but that is really nice paint right there. Just for whatever reason, that looks really, really good. Little notch right here, obviously, for attaching something. We have the front cone, which is oddly shaped. Oddly shaped. And then it looks like we have some rubber bands. That's weird. Cool. Little pieces in the bag that also have that same little silver dot. Looks like the top of screw heads that they're trying to create. That's pretty cool. Same thing right here, but slightly bigger size. Also as well, I mean, there's just whatever those little caps are, those are also covered with that paint and matches the what do you call it? The front here, the die cast really, really well. That's really cool. Awesome. And then these are some big screws, actually. These are some really large screws. So you have A, B, which are flange screws, C, which are the smallest, and then the D, which is a large, looks like a plastic screw. So, all right. Also, as well, look at this. This is the backing card of that, and it's got like a little diagram written in English. Oh, I am so 100% keeping that. I'm not a hoarder, you guys. Stop. I have to tell myself these things. All right, so now let's see what we got. Let's go ahead and do some building. Let's grab our 3-in-1 oil. And as a reminder, of course, whenever you're building a Partwork, make sure you're using your 3-in-1 oil for when you're joining metal pieces together. All right. So thankfully, A and C doesn't really change in English or in French. So let's go ahead and start. So the instructions right here have us taking... there we go. Got to make sure I got my parts right. 1, 3, which is this one here, and this is the one they want. Let's go ahead and move this off to the side. Careful not to drag that too far across the workbench. Cover up the instructions. Yeah, Buck, I know I'll need the 66. 100%. So, Buck, question for you then is, how is the quality of the parts comparatively to some of the other Partworks that you have built? So very simply, what we're going to do is we have these 4 posts, or actually it's 5, and there are 5 posts right here. We're just going to go ahead and hook those up right in place. Very nice, but of course I don't have my screws ready. So... let's go ahead and grab a couple of these. We'll just go down the line. D. Where's my pad for this build? Yeah, I have one pad for all builds. I'm not Todd. Orange. The orange pad, Todd. The orange pad. Ecto 1 light bar. Nice. So the 66 has been really well engineered. That's what I like to hear. I really like that. Well, that's what I'm seeing here too. I mean, obviously, like, this is a new kit and it's a trial, so I mean, who knows if this is going to be the actual quality of the model, but if they're trialing it based on this, people are going to buy it based on just on the quality alone. So yeah. You know, what's funny is like the orange matte looks so cool until you realize what you built on it. All right, so we're going to take A, and we're going to grab one of the A's. All right, get that into our oil, and we're going to go A up front, and then it's going to be C in the back. The newer kits seem to be better engineered than the older ones. Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. You know, like, that's the thing. Like, you would hope that they would actually take the time to engineer this properly. So that's great. It's great news. So I'm going to take a C here. No, incorrect. The C goes in the very back here. Oh, Todd. I thought we were friends, and then you bring up the Ecto 1 nightmare. I'm actually excited for you guys to be done with that build, considering the history that you guys have both kind of gone through with that build. You know, like, I actually just got my first, I think I mentioned it on Discord, I just got my very first, hey, we're going to be delayed on the Falcon, and that was my first delay that I've gotten. And so, you know, it is what it is. So for you guys to like never like to wonder, well, to never wonder, to like actually be wondering if you'll ever actually be able to finish your build, and to be able to do so, that's a pretty big accomplishment. It's pretty awesome. That is so cool. Yeah, I'm excited for you guys. Yes, I love it. All right, so we're going to grab 1, 2 here, and we're going to go ahead and flip this around, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, these are just fitting so well together. It's crazy. Really like how everything's just clicking into place. That's one thing too that I've noticed with Kit is seems to be really well engineered, from at least what I've seen. Wow. Very nice. The end of that Sunday stream. Nice. So I see you figured out the duty cycle. Nice. That's super cool. How did that thing work out like you were expecting it to, Todd? Super curious. I've been toying a little bit with programming Arduinos, but I am a noob when it comes to computer programming, so nice. So yeah, Todd picked up a square wave generator, and basically, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically can simulate what an Arduino can do without actually being an Arduino. It's at least that's kind of what I thought that I understood from that. So there, that looks pretty damn cool, you guys. That is also pretty hefty. That is pretty amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this piece, and then we're going to grab 1.5 and 1.6, which are going to be inside of here. Let's go and grab these little pieces out. So that one there. And then inside, there's going to be 2 little, let's see if we can get it to show the light. It's going to be right here and right here. These are going to go into those spots, and then we're going to be attaching them using 2 of the flange screws. So which one is the difference? Is 1.5 and 1.6, are they both the same? They're literally both the same. So sure. There's no difference. We're just going to call that one 1.5, and then we were going to call this one 1.6. Now, we're going to grab 2 of our flange screws here. Non-gracefully, I might add. And go ahead and get them plugged into place. Wow. Good Lord. You know, Jordan, if you would just get it into the screw properly. Ah, yes. My struggle. Okay. So, these ones, I'm going to drop that one out of there. I'm going to push down with my thumb. We're going plastic to plastic, so this is going to be a little bit of a... You know, having trouble with that. I have this stuff called oil. The things that normally get edited out. Just went ahead and I was having difficulty getting the screw put in there. So now I just put a little bit of oil on there, and it helps kind of guide the process. Yep. 3-in-1 oil is a miracle thing. Very nice. That one's in there. Let's go ahead and plug the other one in. There we go. And knowing that what I know now, I'm not going to try to do that one-handed, number one. Number two, a little bit of oil just to guide the process. I say Ecto 1 to trigger Todd. I say edit to trigger Buck. All right. So we got our parts put in there. That's what that one looks like. So we can get our light in there properly. There we are. So it's just putting these two in there. Was a little bit of a challenge, actually. Then we're going to take 1/7, which is this bigger piece, and we're going to put it with this shape up. And we're going to set this right over the top right here. Oh, how interesting. Yeah, there's those rubber bands. And they want me to run rubber bands? Wow. Oh, wow. They want me to run the rubber bands because it looks like the turbine will actually spin inside. No way. Wow. I think that I need to loosen these up a little bit so that they spin, because we're going to install a couple rubber bands over what we just installed. Tighten that one down. Probably says don't tighten down, but you know, can't read French. Yeah, so what it wants me to do is take these two rubber bands and route them over this one there and one here. And then we put the turbine in. I think that the turbine's going to spin, y'all. Holy crap. Why can't this be here now? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Holy crap. So they want me to, you just set that down. And you're going to start with one rubber band here. And we're going to run it into the channel. Holy crap. This is the case. That is insane. Gonna go silent because I have to think. So you start in the middle, I think. It has this one that I'm going to just put in, has two channels in it. I smell smoke. Yeah. Yeah, Buck, I was actually reading comments there for a second. Yeah, no, my brain hurts. Oh my goodness, yes. That one's down in the first channel. Wow. I bet you it could. I mean, super fascinating. If this is the case, like that, build it now, bring it here now. I don't even want another part work right now, and I would build this one right now. Yep, I left him lay loose. And from test to full release. Oh, gross. That's a gross phrase. Is 1 full year. Okay, well, that's fine. I can wait a year for this. And 100%, when I turn the center pulley, it turns the little. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. Try to catch the light. There you go. Maybe. Just her part works. Yes. Oh my God. So anyway, yeah, that 100% does turn. And if you look at the back, it looks like it has room and posts for a motor. Oh my God, that is super cool. Super freaking cool. Okay. So now we're going to take, where is it? This cone thingy. And slide it. I think it's keyed for. Am I doing that right? No, I'm not. How interesting. Wow. So it slots in. Brain is hurting. Oh, Jordan. There we are. There it is. I'm like, why isn't this working? All right. So that fits in right there. And then we're going to secure that with a D. Am I right? Yep, and I was right. The D is a plastic screw. All right. Yeah, you do. Buck, this is pretty amazing. This is crazy. Oddly shaped, I just have to say, like, a little oddly shaped. But, hey, I'm the one here making it weird. All right. So it looks like it's going to be, doesn't matter which way you do it, because all 3 sides are the same. Actually, that's not true. 114 is going to go on the top, and then 113, which are 2 of, are going to go down here on the bottom. So let's go ahead and grab our 113s out. And that's these pieces. And they have the nice little silver markings on there, which is super cool. And then these ones, it looks like, are just going to slot into place so that it faces forward. So I'm going to make sure I got my positioning right. There it is. So it looks like these fit in. Nope. Backwards. There we go. So it's going to go in just like that. Yep. I just told DeAgostini that the Todd father said bring this full run to the US ASAP. That is getting a star, and everybody needs to see that. Cannot disagree. So are these going in correctly? They slot back, slot forward. Which way am I supposed to be putting them in? Like this. Right? No. Finally read French. Okay. I see. So they do go in just like this, straight down. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, they would, Buck, yes, also. Absolutely. Like, you know that Ian wants one of these badly. So, there we go. So there's the 13s, and then let's go ahead and grab the 14. I love it. This looks so cool. I am super, super stoked about this. All right. And then here's 14. So there are pieces put into place. Now you're going to slot the turbine. It's keyed right there. And then there's a key on the other side, just like that. Oh, yeah. It 100% is motorized. Oh, my God. So, yeah, it spins around inside and can't see the pulleys in there, but they're definitely moving. Yeah, every one of us would order it. Chase. Oh, my God. Oh, Buck. I love it. All right. So now we're going to set this one. Oh, super cool. So what those do is they act as like a little, you can always set it in there the right way, actually. So I'm going to make sure I got this in the proper spot. That is set in there properly. And then just like that. There you go, centered there. Beautiful. Then I'm trying to get these matched up with their lugs. And the turbine has popped out. There it is. So there are 3 lugs there. And just got to get them matched up on the inside. If I can get this right. There it is. Now, if there's anybody in the group that needs this one, it's Buck. For sure. All right. So I finally got that matched up. Let's go ahead and grab 4 of our D screws. I think it's 3. And we're just going to go ahead and get that in there. Very cool. Oh, do I even have that lug matched up? Now, this is a little fiddly right here. This part is a little challenging. Looked like I had the lugs matched up, but how interesting. Okay. There we go. All right. That took a half second of manipulation in order to get that put into place. The click of success. Fantastic news. Sometimes when the part work just clicks into place, it is kind of satisfying. Very cool. Then I just need to make sure before I move on that the turbine is still spinning on the inside. You know, I've wondered the same thing, and there are enough people out there, I think, that are able to afford the full kit all at once to be able to make it worthwhile for those of us that kind of can't. You know, like one of the things that has me thinking about Agora quite a bit is that accelerator pack, right? Like you get just a big flood of them at the very beginning, and then they, send them in a regular clip from there. And so, all right, let's move it on there. Very nice. So now let's go ahead and flip this over, and then this is going to slot in just like that, beautifully. Very nice. That is very true. So Todd says, goes against how they order them, though. A bunch of the first stages, less of the middle stages, and a few of the last stages. People quit subs and just get the first issues, etc. Be a lot of expense up front, as they're not used to paying. So that is a very fair point. But I think that, Todd, how much of the delays do you think we're seeing outside of logistics issue is just from demand? Excuse me, or is that the right one? Should be, yes. How much is it from demand and how much is it just from not producing enough parts for it? Because to me, that feels like a demand issue. It feels like there's a lot more demand for the parts than they anticipated, and now they're struggling to keep up. So, curious. So you did the 4-month accelerated start on the T800 and still got all the parts before I got close to be done. Okay. So, fascinating. Fascinating. But there is something to that. These kits are what, $1,700 to $2,000 roughly after everything's said and done. So I think the Enterprise winds up being $2,200. So, but there, wow, look at that, you guys. That's a stage 1. That is super cool. Oh my God, 100 SKUs per model. Oh my God. No, yeah, you're right. You're 100% correct. Yeah, that looks super cool. Wow. Wow. That is really something. That is really something, you guys. And the fact that the turbine spins and is motorized. Ugh. Super cool. All right. As sad as I am to move on, let's go ahead and move on to the next stage. Let's go ahead and set that one off to the side. Let's go ahead and find stage number 2. Yeah, that matte black, by the way, I have to say, I'm over here touching it. I need to get microfiber cloth, but this matte black is super nice. They did a really nice job on this paint job. The oils return at satin. Yeah, no, you're right. Hands are not washed. Stop holding it. Thank you. I will definitely make sure to take care of that. I know how to take care of that. So, okay, let's go ahead and stage 2. In stage 2, we're building we're building not stage 2 a shoe, but we are building a gigantic wheel. Look at the size of the side profile of that bad boy. Like, my God. Like, this thing is so huge. I love it. Let's get this one open. So, let's go ahead and go around the outside here. Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm just blown away by all this right now. I think I need to replace my razor blade. That was struggling. Yeah, no, I'm definitely, I think I'll wear gloves when touching any of the external bits going forward. Is it like that with the DeLorean as well? Do they actually, is the DeLorean, is it the stainless steel that you get as well? Like, I imagine that it would be. So, God, I need to replace the blade on this. So bad. So bad. My goodness. Okay. So first up, I'm going to get away all my screws. Okay. The DeLorean gets the fingerprints, but they wipe off. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, I ate right before hopping on with you to do some camera stuff, Todd. Matter of fact, went through all that work to get the camera set up, and it just died. I need to get the battery eliminator. Sorry about that. Yeah, I knew somebody that, didn't know anybody, but I kind of loosely knew somebody that had a DeLorean, and they really struggled with fingerprints and people just touching it. Hey, Ken. Welcome. Oh, man, it's late for you over there. Welcome late. Oh, God, what did I do here? This is... Guys, this is my freaking struggle, I guess. My God. All right. Also, as well, I gotta say that these little graphics. I know, Todd. I'm so excited. These graphics on the back of the card. Oh, so it's only 9. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. And the graphics on the back of the cards are pretty cool, so. All right, let's do some touching. This is cool. This is ABS for sure, but it's big. It's chunky. Yeah, Buck, the struggle is real, man. Like, I live in a permanent state. Ooh, this is die cast for sure, and it has a little air pressure valve. That's pretty cool. The seam lines on the body portion. Oh, yeah, I can see that a little bit. We'll see. Yeah. We may never know. Black Sharpie, the valve tip. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. That looks good. Great tip right there. First mod. What? Don't say what? That looks good. There we go. Now it's got a proper color. Now I agree. Yeah, I agree. Valve stump needs to be black because they're supposed to be. Love it. Very great. Very great. Very good. Then we have a little cap here. Another piece looks like this one fits in right over the top here. Then we have our bat logo, which is super cool. And then just a bunch of D screws, which are going to be the plastic screws. So let's go ahead and get that. We may never know. All right, so there we got our D screws. And oh my God. So when I was watching Wayne build his tumbler, one of the first things that I thought was like, my God, look at those wheels. And my God, look at that wheel. There's the inside, obviously. Isn't the wheel and center cap black on the real car? Good question. Someone needs to find out. Check. Because I can paint that. I have the ability. I've got the wherewithal. It is. That is thick with 2 C's, Ken, correct? Oh, so this and this are both black? Do I need to do some airbrushing? Because I'm down. You can, please. 100%. Todd's going to pop in. He's going to show us. Oh, you've actually seen the actual one. All right, here's Todd. Go ahead.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Todd.
So let me, I'm just going to see if I can load this up. I pulled up some pictures of the car at the Peterson, which I don't think it's a replica. I think it's the real car because they keep saying it is.
Super fascinated.
Let me open this. I want to open it with paint because otherwise this is going to be a mess. Yeah, of course the car is also glossy, so
yeah.
Let me see. Present. See, black wheels.
Ah, yes.
And then if you look at the side profile, I have another picture of it. So that's that one, and then this is their actual. That's the actual picture from the Peterson. That's not a very good picture. That's a tiny picture. Why is that so small? And you know, I took pictures of it too. Let's see if this will work. No, of course that won't work.
Oh, so the return Batman Returns is glossy. The original is matte.
But I mean, it's nice because you have these colors here. I'm interested if that's what changed. Is like you see how much of this is black. Like I think on the Batman, this was. I think you're right. I think these were silver.
Yeah.
And I think on this model there's silver, and everything on here is black. You know what I mean? Like black.
Yeah.
Black. It's glossy black. The vents are black. The exhaust is all black. Interesting. Let me see if I can find another picture of it.
That's a cool shot of it too, though.
Yeah, I should have a big picture of it. Let's try this one. Because it may be that it was just, go back. POS. There you go.
Ooh. I agree. I prefer it with the flat finish as well.
I like the flat finish, but I'm trying to see if I can find.
God, it's such a cool looking car.
Here's a picture from here's a picture from the movie. like here's a picture from the movie, and it's definitely matte.
It is definitely matte for sure.
You know what? Honestly, it does look like the wheels are silver. You're right.
Yeah, and Tony is saying that the internal, the OG car is copper and the bat is silver.
Let me see. I'm looking to see if I can find other pictures of it. That's a toy.
Tony said, I 3D modeled and printed one. My research came up with copper rims. Mine's only 16 inches, though, so I have size envy.
That's a toy.
That's great, Tony.
Cult TV Man has one, and it's indeterminate.
It's so funny that, like, I was looking around for, like, when I was looking for the thumbnail images, I was having a hard time finding, like, good images of the Batmobile.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at stills from the movie, and it's definitely matte, so that's correct. But it's not. They kind of mix the pictures. You're right. I mean, there's glossy ones, and there's that one looks terrible. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but it is definitely matte. They got that part right, so I'm going to trust the wheels. I mean, I guess you could always take the wheels apart later.
Right, and that's the thing.
Paint them later on. I mean, it's not like you have the whole model kit anyway.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to be assembling this to anything. So, Tony, you bring up a very interesting point, and I do like the fact that you know that the returns is the glossy one, and the copper rims. I think that would look really good with the copper rims. Let's do some research, and I'm going to have to find out, because I'm willing to paint this for sure, but, like, making me think. So, yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, Todd. I appreciate you. It's pretty awesome having the Todd father around and be able to pop in. All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to hide in the background and see if I can find more pictures. You go.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm going to keep Todd. I know you're in the background, so I'm going to do some assembling here. Let's go ahead and start, because I'm willing to bust out the airbrush right now and paint that copper. We'll just have to wait a little while for that to dry. So, yeah, Ken, I agree. I almost watched it, but this week has kind of gotten away from me just a little bit, as usual. High ambitions for recording a bunch of stuff, and then I'm like, oh my God, I didn't finish any of that. Good job. Tomorrow's Razor Crest episode is going to be a good one, though. I'm excited for it. Putting together all three of the mods for the engine pods. It was the 95 Batmobile that had the glow inside the wheel rims. It would be pretty cool. So we just go ahead and put that one in there, right on the end of the cone.
Oh, I found a picture of the dashboard. Of the
Oh,
real
did
car.
you?
Yeah, I'll share it when you get to it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Hell yeah. So now we're going to take our hub and connect it. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I think after stream tonight, I'll watch part of it at least. It's been a minute. Okay, so we're going to connect these up with 4D screws. Yeah, the amount of replicas, like, that's the thing, like, I found too with, like, Back to the Future and Knight Rider and all of that, is there are a lot of replicas out there. And it's hard to differentiate now at this point what's official and what's not. At least with the DeLorean, there was only, like, what, just a couple of cars, right? So, yeah. Where does he get all these wonderful toys? Exactly. I'm curious if I'm going to need to do the old soak for this one. Definitely have to do with Kit's wheels, so let's see. Yeah, Ken, you and I are in full agreement. I was saying that at the beginning of the stream. This is my favorite, with the tumbler being the second favorite, for sure. This one, like, when the opportunity came up, I'm just like, yes, for the love of God, yes. Thank you, yes. Okay. So fairly straightforward. We're going to go ahead and flip this over. And simply, and I say simply, oh, yeah, I need to go get some warm water. I'll be right back. This is planning ahead, Buck, 100%. But I've been streaming for an hour. I don't think the water would have been warm still. That's all I got to say. So we're going to go ahead and submerge this. And we're going to go ahead and soften our rubber. Dash, I do like the 66, but it's probably, like, if I were to order my Batmobiles, I would say that it's going to be the 89, the Tumbler, the Robert Pattinson one, the Camaro looking one, and then the 66. We're going to forget about the floppy mobiles. Yeah, Buck, you are old, but I mean, the 66, though, segues. The 66 is such a cool looking car. It does. I don't want to take away from how cool it is, but just a preference being what it is. Oh, so they had 3 DeLoreans in Back to the Future plus the Baja car. Oh, super cool. Oh, snakes on a plane. Hell yeah. 5 versions of the DeLorean. Oh, cool. Yeah, I agree, Ken. Batman was more serious. But even then, Buck, you're exactly right. Batman was always campy. Oh, okay. Oh, so Todd is one. Back to the Future is one of Todd's favorites, if not favorite. So he knows. The A, B, and C car, the A was the hero, and the C was the interior car. Cool. All right. Now that this has been softened, let's go ahead and slide the water out of the way. It's a gross thing to say. And let's go ahead and somehow get this put into place. Wow. My goodness. I'm not shoving that in there without deeper hot water. All right, nice. I'll be right back because I plan horribly. Take it to a movie first, right? Deeper, hot water. There we are, fully submerged. Yeah, I bet. I was taking a look at that Rossi build. I bet. I always thought that I could manhandle these, but it's just not real. Need to get some lube buying a dinner. Oh my god. Just read back through the comments. My lord, you guys. I love it. So the cool thing about this is we're actually not going to be installing this right now because obviously we need to be able to install this to the model eventually whenever that stage happens to be. So we're going to be leaving this one off to the side. Let this get a little softer, more pliable. Let's take a look to stage 3, which is going to be the rear engine. Super cool. Yeah, I'm good without second degree burns. Problem is the it takes forever for the water to get hot in my place for whatever reason out of the faucet. Very cool. All right. As soon as I'm able to get this on here, how long should it take for it to soften up enough? What does that say even? Right. Oh, yeah. That is much more supple, so they say. There we go. Let's see if we can get this on here. Suppose I could probably use a little bit of oil if I needed to. I have a kettle to boil water, but you know, I'm on stream and I'm feeling pressure to, perform. I swear it's not always like this, I swear. Although I'm probably wow. Wow. This thing. Wow. If I was at work, I could put it into a 700 degree oven for sure. Good God. I'm going to off camera this real quick. Oh. Girlfriend's probably like, what the hell's going on in there? Hotter water, maybe? Should I lube it up? Take it out for dinner? My God. Oh. Oh, Todd. Good Lord. Wow. I remember in the Tumblr videos that Wayne was having in the comments, he was saying that he had a hell of a time getting the tumbler wheels in there. And I can see why. Yeah, straight in though. I'm over here sweating right now. We go straight in. It's got this little lip along the outside. This may just stay silver because of the thought of like never getting this back on here again. Oh my god. Do a bearing push in sideways, then turn? Huh. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Dash, I think you're onto something here. There are 3 more in the full kit. I know. God. Yeah, even the bearing turn. I wonder if I need to get this like super soft. Stick your tongue out. That happens sometimes. Yeah. What's funny about that is the bearing turn is a roller skate. And I've had to do that a few times. So, okay. I think what I'm going to do is go boil some water and then get this suppled up. What a weird phrase. Move on to stage 3, and then we'll come back to this one later. I'll be back in 2 seconds. So it's one of those rare, like 80-degree days, and it's gone breach for sure. It's one of those rare 80-degree days here in the Seattle area in early May. And let's just put it this way: my fat ass is sweating. Oh, all right. Let's do stage 3 so I feel better about myself. All right. Thanks for hanging around, you guys, through my struggles. All right. This one's
I found some information.
Huh?
I found some information.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
In '89, the wheels were painted a gunmetal, which Tim Burton apparently hated when the '92 came out, and they made the entire thing gloss black.
Oh.
So the sides and wheels and like the intakes on the sides and the wheels were painted like a gunmetal, like a dark gunmetal, silver grayish.
Okay.
And then they went gloss black. As a matter of fact, when they painted the Kevlar body of the original Batmobile, it says they used a matte black as a base, and then they went over it with different pearlescent colors, like red and green and silver, to give it the appearance of a beetle.
Whoa.
So it shimmer, which of course the camera never picked up, but
no,
they still did it. So just more information.
Awesome. That is super cool. And I actually have a gunmetal from Tamiya too. So, might have to do that. All right. Let's move on from the struggle of the tire for the moment. I have the kettle going and I'm boiling some water. I want to see if that's going to help. Might just burn myself, which would be pretty cool. So, let's go to stage 3. Appreciate all you guys sticking around, watching me sweat and fat finger my way through building this model. And let's not do the same thing we did last stage. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and pop that off. So gunmetal and flat black like the one you built. Very nice. So Dash, in front of the pizza ovens, each one of the ovens that we have runs at 550, can get up to as much as 600 degrees during the middle of the rush, and they're stainless steel Baker's Prides. So the stainless steel radiates heat out like crazy. We actually have so you have the oven fronts right here, and then we have our hoods that sit over the top. And then sitting right in front of the hoods, there are vents that blow AC straight down so that the AC kind of comes out and then blasts towards the kitchen. And then directly over top where we make our pizza, there are AC vents like pushing the AC right down on us where we're cooking. But yeah, it can get middle of the summer. Some kitchens I've worked at has gotten as warm as 118 degrees in the kitchen, which is not fun. It's not fun a place to be at all.
You know, I found another interesting piece of information.
Yeah.
The 89 had the machine guns that popped out of the fenders and the grappling hook. In 92, when they painted it gloss black, that's when they added the long blades that go out each side.
Yeah.
Which are nicknamed the Clown Trippers, which I love.
Oh.
And the hydraulic 360-degree platform and the bat discs. So it seems like this model may have a little bit of both.
That is super cool. That is super cool. And I'm glad they kept the matte black. It looks so good. Like you can do shiny black all day, but this is really this looks so good.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if you get like because you remember they had that platform that came out the back so they could make it could turn around.
Yeah,
it could do a 180 and to go back the other direction. Will be interesting to see if this model has that.
Super curious. I mean, in the designs, I mean, they were in that magazine, they showed different variations of it, and so I'm curious. Why not? They could design it. Why not?
But selling it as the 89, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Love it. I mean,
get to work.
Love it. Thank you, Todd.
Yep.
Dash, yeah, they do. They are stone. The stones are about that thick. And we have to turn them about once a month or so. Very cool. So this piece is ABS, and it is where the cones looks like comes out the back here, or that. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's even got the burnishing on there of the jet exhaust coming out the back. Wow. Wow. That is super nice. That is, man, this is such a cool model. All right. And then we have this piece. And that piece. I'm real graceful here. I know what I'm talking about. And then we're going to leave. Oh, wow. So, you guys remember jacks from when we were kids? That's what these look like. I think it was, Todd, I think it was the second Batman where he did that, where he blew the sides off and he went down the narrow alleyway. But these remind me of jacks. Super cool. Like I said, the Bat Pod. Oh, is that what that was called? Was that the Bat Pod? I thought it was called the Bat Torpedo. Is what that was called, I thought. All right, so yeah, there are these little things that look like jacks. Here, we're going to be putting those on. And then we have our B screws. So let's go ahead and get those out. Was the Bat part of the tiller? Bat bike thing? That was with Anne Hathaway's character. That's what she rode. Very gloriously, I might say. Very gloriously. Okay. Bat boat. The Bat boat would be super cool. And the Bat wing would also be super cool from that era of Batman's. Give us this all. Give it all of them. Do it all, please. I hope not, Dash. I really hope this goes into production because this is super cool. Okay. So, let's go ahead and just build right on top of here for whatever reason. And we have 6 of these, and we're going to go ahead and insert them right here. And they are all individually keyed. So, we'll put them into place. Just like so. This is kind of cool. Wait, there was a Hotworks Express? Really? And it didn't... What? Ooh. It was... Oh my god, that'd have been such... A train part work, that'd be so cool. So to just go into the trial and then they never actually made it? With a 9 3/4 platform? Of course. Why wouldn't they? Yeah. Yeah, JK doesn't own it anymore. Wow. That'd have been a hell of a part work. Although, maybe the reason why that one didn't go, and I'm just kind of throwing it out there as just a thought. This one is not slotting in properly. There we go. I wonder if the Harry Potter generation's a little young for part work models. Yeah, see the bat wing that converts into the bat boat? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so now we're going to grab these 6 pieces right here. Let's see if we can do this without... Nope, I am not even going to try to gracefully do anything. See if I can gracefully do something. I was about to say those words. God. We're going to set this over the top. Oh, cool. That's really cool. DeAg Germany's doing a locomotive. Oh, super cool. Give us all of the models. God, you can go broke doing this crap. And here I am lifting up model. Yeah, I want more. One of the things I was thinking, obviously, with all of the Fallout hype lately, I'd love to see a Partwork Pip-Boy. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be a lot of fun to build. And it could be semi-functional, too. Even just a Pip-Boy that you made functional would be super fun. Chase! Oh, man. Out here slaying people tonight. Oh, man. I gotta look into IXO. I've seen their website once, and they have a lot of stuff, actually. I'm kind of surprised. All right. So these are nice and cinched down, and that's what that looks like from the side and from the front. And that is freaking cool, man. Like, that is freaking cool. All right. So now we're going to take these 2 pieces and make them up. Maybe. Perhaps. I see. So it is keyed. And that goes just like that. And then we're going to take one of our B screws, which is a flange screw. Nice. Thanks, Todd. Probably make you a moderator on this. I love it. Oh. Oh. It's getting graphic in here. And with the subscription we can't get here in the US. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. All right, so now this has two little clip tabs right here on each side, and there are clip tabs that match up right here on the top and the bottom. So these are just going to clip in. Nice and easy, I say. There we go. Oh, man. That looks super cool. God. Oh, man. That would be super cool. Absolutely. The 4014. Mm-hmm. So, trains are super cool and something that I've been actually looking at doing. That'd be super fun. All right. So now, what goes next? Oh, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this cover. Oh, man. Super sweet. And we're going to line up. You have 3 tabs here. And then you have the 3 matching lug holes there. 1, 2, and 3. We're just going to go ahead and get that right in there. And I totally missed. Oh, the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, I've seen that. That'd be super cool too. But that is also pretty freaking cool. God damn. This is awesome. This is really cool. Man. Hachette. Oh. Why did I not get into Partworks earlier? And why don't I live in Europe? Oh, man. That looks amazing. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take these 4 things and we're going to place them over each one of these lug holes there. And they're also keyed at the bottom. That's just going to clip in. Is it supposed to snap, or is it just sitting? Oh, it's just sitting in place. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing something wrong here. Now, then we're going to secure each one of these with a B screw. Come to the woods side. I love it. Where are you going to install the 1/8 flamethrower? You know, it wouldn't be hard to pull off a 1/8 flamethrower. Not a pyro at all. Just throwing that out there. Oh, cool. So these are these. Man, this looks so freaking cool. Buck, you definitely need this. We need to make this happen. So I am actually, did I actually do it? I'm actually recording all of this too through my camera, phone camera. And I am also going to do a bit of a review video probably later next week. Got a lot of stuff on the slate, especially with the Razor Crest finishing up for Wonderfest. But I want to do a review on this, talk about the model, and have Todd send it maybe to a fan home and be like, yo, hey, Watch this guy as he tries to put these screws into this thing and, totally fail. But yeah, it'd be really cool. Like, I think it would be really cool to push them to have this out here, along with more of those type of part works like trains and more boats. And that's actually a really good idea, Todd. I may just have to have somebody do that. Yeah, Wonderfest is only 3 weeks away, and I know what I'm going to be doing on stream on Friday. I know what I'm going to be doing stream on Sunday, and I know what I'm doing all weekend. I might be struggling to get some of my regular episodes out as I'm working to finish up Razor Crest. Getting a little bit close here. But I figure we're going to probably be on stream for about 4 or 5 hours tomorrow, so I'm going to be able to get a good deal of work done on the Razor Crest. And then tomorrow the engine mod episode comes out, which is super cool. Oh, Johnny 5, obviously. That one's super easy. Yeah, the 4014 Airwolf. Oh, the Nebuchadnezzar from the Matrix. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have not even thought about the Nebuchadnezzar in freaking forever, and that would be such a cool part work. Like, the different stages that you could do with that, like all the different arms and all the different, oh man, the lights. That would be such a cool part work. Of all of those, I think the Nebuchadnezzar would be really, really cool to do. And I think Matrix is a Warner Brother property as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, this could be the entry into that world. Who knows? Okay. Sentinel. Oh my God. Wait, they tested the Peterbilt in France? Oh my God. Like, oh my God. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? All right. So now we're going to install these spiky bits into the exhaust here. Yeah, exactly. Like, know your market that you're trying to sell to, like 100%. Peterbilt is not European. Because I'm a peon. I'd see myself out, as I said in my last video, but this is my channel. Nice. All right. We're carefully putting these pieces in. Oh, man. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, the ideas for Partworks, like, I get why people shy away from these because they're expensive, but nothing really beats the quality of these. Like, with the mod world and the mod community, like, what you can do, it's insane. I can't wait for Kit. I can't wait for the new Dash to show up. I can't wait for all of that. And I can't wait for this to actually be a thing, too. I mean, I could. Todd's here, so, like, you know, he could probably just take over. Yeah, so Jordan's doing this. I'm going to hit end stream. Bye. All right. And then the last little bit, we're going to grab our 4 little cones here, little things here at the end. And then I believe these ones fit over the end. Just like so. Yep. And they just kind of slot into the end as the exhaust tips. Man, this was a very cool stage. I love the combination of the aluminum here, which we're getting with the exhaust tips, which are a little fiddly, if I'm being real. Is Ian going to show up? He just... Ian shows up to random streams and just exits out. Bye. Oh my god. That'd be amazing. People be a little pissed off at Ian though. All right. So these, God, they were a little fiddly getting these pieces put into place. Just because the aluminum and plastic, it's a tight fit. But there we are. I say that. There we are. Can't even get these last two straight. And there it is. Stage 3 complete. I think this is the tail, although, so if you look here, this is where it is. So the tail lights are going to be right here to the side. So these are the exhausts. So you have probably the turbine engine or the jet engine or whatever it is. This is the main exhaust, and this is probably just the regular engine exhaust. So super cool, and this is a very cool stage. So I don't know if I want to do the tire. I'm gonna do it here at the oh god. Oh my god. Buck. You're even doing it here. And you even got me to do it. Buck. You sadist. We're going to do the cool part, and then I'm going to struggle putting together that wheel here at the very end. Because I have been waiting nonstop to show this to everybody. And let's take a look. It is boiling and has probably stopped boiling. All right, let me ask. Should I go boil some water real quick, finish, like reboil it real quick, and attempt to do the wheel before doing the cockpit? Oh, Buck, you do live rent-free in my head. It's not okay. It's not okay. Well, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. I'm wondering, do I really want to finish off the stream with me struggling to put in a tire? And I think the answer to that question, my friends, is a hard no. So I'm going to go start that water boiling real quick, and I will be right back again, or I'll see if it's still hot. Watch out, poo-poo. Of course, my kitten is going after the plastic hardcore. All right. So the water was hot. What did I do with the wheel, though? My goodness. Where did I put you? Apparently there's a bee in the house, and the kittens are going crazy. All right. So this water is hot as hell. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, this has been fun. I was hoping to do this last week, but it's starting to feel like crap at the end of the week, unfortunately. So one of those things. And it is warm in here. I am wondering what I'm going to do this summer. I do have AC, but it's a warm day today. And I'm sitting in front of boiling water. So how long do you think? Let's see. Oof. I'm going to leave that in there for another minute. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's pretty hot. It's probably been done boiling for a couple minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. Yeah, that tire is hot as hell. Oh my god. All right. Oh yeah. Can already tell. Boom. Boom. Sweet. All of that struggle, and I could have just avoided it. It's kind of like the story of my life, actually. That was awesome. The power of water is amazing. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab this part. I'm going to grab one of my restaurant towels here. If you ever see me use these towels, I stole them from my restaurant. They are the most amazing towels for cleaning things up. Good old bar towels. There we go. Now, all we're going to do is line up these posts and grab some of our D screws. Hot and wet, yes, Todd wins every time. Such like-minded gross people, you know? I love it. And looking forward to meeting all you crazy people that are going to be at Wonderfest. Sure to be a good time. Hot and wet, smothered in gravy. Gravy. Wait, did you get a comment blocked by YouTube? Really? Buck, really? What did you say? Well, I guess we'll never know. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. I was like, what's going on with the wheel over there? I just needed to kind of pull up and over, get everything sealed in. Your comment got blocked by YouTube, and yet Ken's hot and wet Texas style. Smothered in gravy. Love it. For whatever reason. Oh. Maybe you guys saw that, maybe you didn't, but I 100% was trying to screw into a screw on top of another screw, so I'm not a smart man. All right, so there is stage number 2 complete, and if we were to put the lug over the center, it would look... Does it slot in like that? I believe it does. It will look something like that. Very cool. That is a super cool wheel, and one that is just freaking gigantic. You know, like when I was holding Kit's wheel, for instance, it was heavy and substantial, and I was kind of surprised by it. But this one, God, it weighs... Texas style. Me and Jenny go together like peas and carrots. So, God. All right. Yeah, you guys are amazing. I love it so much. All right. let's get on to what is arguably the coolest stage in this whole package, and one that, like I said, just makes me want to have this model right now. So, well, I have this model right now. I want the rest of this model right now. Let's go and get this opened. God, for whatever reason, the Final Cut, I just totally bone up. What an idiot. Love it. All right. And once again, the backs of these, like, I get fascinated. Like, I have kept every single one of the Enterprise D little cards that come at the top of the packages. I don't know why, but this is probably going to be also kept because I really love the backs of these cards. It is super cool. Oh, sweet. So after you build it, we will share the pic of the real cockpit and see how it compares. I love that. And I believe that might be a speaker. Yeah, Buck. It certainly looks like one, doesn't it? Actually, no, that's a battery. That's a cell type battery. I don't know if it's a 2032 or not, but let's take a look. So this is the control board, and that is the battery. So we have our LEDs. Oh, cool. So we have our small LEDs, and each one is on, I think there are 3 of them here, 4. And each one of them is on their own board, which is pretty cool. We have our main board with the switch with 3 connectors. And then not sure, is that a 2032? That might be a 2032. Not sure. Looks a little thick though. But that's for the battery. Very interesting. Then, some little toggles, and then the screen that has a picture of the Batmobile on the front of it. That is super cool. Bunch of little greeblies of some kind. A couple of other discs. This one has the Bat logo on it. Oh, probably the center post of the steering wheel. Super cool. More metal flashing. And is this metal? No, it's plastic, but it's really nice painted. More little bits and pieces. Wow. And then we have the main part of the dash. So it looks like everything is going to be sitting in, facing forward just like that. So everything's going to get plugged in right to the front. And then we have all of our various different gauges and buttons and all of these. Oh, man, just I wish my other camera didn't die. And then let's see here. Let's see if I can focus in. There it is. So there are all the different little dash components and gauges, switches. Super cool. Super cool. God, I'm super excited about that. So let me refocus. Really wish that the camera didn't die. Frustrating. No. Nah, there it is. No, and then. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm super excited about this. So, first up, we're going to assemble the steering wheel. So, I'm going to grab that and these 2 pieces. And it looks like the one with the bat symbol goes in front, and then the post here, the bigger one, well, get them out of the package, idiot. So this one here with the bat logo, with the bat symbol, goes in the front, and then that one goes into the back. So very simply, make sure it's going in the correct direction. Let me go ahead and put that in place. Then there you go. Steering wheel done. Awesome. Simple. I love it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is grab this and grab our LEDs. And is it one solid string? It is. Very cool. Okay. So we're going to start. And I think it's where we put these back behind. The lead that comes out for the battery pack is from this side and will come out through here. So the first LED is going to go there. Do I got that right? Oh. Very interesting. I'm trying to see how they got this lined up. Brain is melting. Sorry. Do they want us doing it from... No, it is right. Oh, I thought they were wanting us to... Yeah, sorry. Had a dumb moment. Okay, so let's grab our screws, and they are going to be right here. So we're going to grab the D, am I right? And E. And we're going to be using the E screws to attach all of our LEDs. So I'm going to put them right there. That's our D. Let's grab our E screws. And then, you know, it's so funny is like when you're editing, Buck, you realize you say, like I say the same thing, like and then and so quite a bit in my videos, and it just kind of drives me nuts, but I get over it. So I'm going to screw in our LED and being very careful not to screw too hard. And get the next one into its spot. There's a little post in here that you're able to clip that onto and set it into its proper spot before attaching your screw. That it just popped off of. There's that. There's 3. There's a 4th one down here I almost missed. A very small spot. It's on its lug. Let's get it moved into its spot to screw down with the screw. Next, yeah, that is a very Yeah, I'm going to take every bit of advice I can get. Next up is a good one. So next up, here we go. That's a good one. And it's funny too is people will use kind of those little phrases here and there all the time, and you don't really pick up on it until you think about it. All right, there's that one. Very good. That's cool. That's a cool little way of getting the LEDs attached onto the inside of the console there. So now, just going to very simply push down on the wires. Just make sure they're not in the way. All right. Next up, we're going to grab, it's like the screen. Is it this part right here? That's 425. And it's going to be the TV screen. And we're going to grab the little screen part here. And I think the buttons that are inside are part of a different. So there's little toggles down there. We're going to go ahead and set those off to the side. And then there are two mounting lugs down here on the bottom. And there are two mounting lugs down here on the bottom. Yes, actually, I think they are, Todd. I think they're little resistors. Fascinating. Yeah, I think they are. And we have this on the main board as well. So. Ooh, could give that plug 4.5 and see it light up. Or 3. Okay. Yeah. Makes total sense. Cool. Huh. There's a little TV screen. That was really cool. Little buttons on the side too are like, there we go. Now it's all the way through. The little buttons on the side, and it's kind of hard to pick up here, but they stick up just slightly past the outside of the bevel there, and it's super cool. Will it let the magic smoke out? No, Buck, I'm not putting 26 volts. No, Buck. So this one is going to get installed. Is it? How does it go in? Just like so. There's a little wire channel right here, which is cool. And this one fits in just like so. So there's a little L-shaped bracket right here. You're going to just tuck it in right there. And then we're going to use one of our D screws. The most common of all the screws so far. And we're going to go ahead and get this installed through the back. Oh, cool. So it looks like they combined the real car's cockpit with some of the movie interior. Oh, man. Super cool. Oh, there's that installed. Man, very, very cool. Okay. So now we're going to grab, next up, we're going to grab this piece right here. And this one is a piece that covers up right along the side here. And so it does mention in the instructions to take the wire. There's a bit of cable management or a route, a place for you to put your wire through here. And then you're simply going to attach this with one D screw right in here. Very reminiscent of Kit, I feel. But not as not as obviously When I say we, I don't know. I don't know who I mean. I think it's to imply that we are all here together. Great question, Ken. I wonder that too during editing sometimes. I'm like, who's we? Who is this we speak of? Him and the bee. Yeah, it's true. All right. So there's a little side bevel put on there, bevel or whatever you want to call this. And our wires are routed out the back. That looks really cool. Very nice. All right, let's move on. We are going to grab part number 420, am I right? Which is going to be this one right here. And how interesting. It's got a bunch of these little holes. Bezel, yeah, that's the word I missed. I know. I know. I'm special. I get it. Okay. The royal we. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So these tiny little pieces have got to get plugged into here. So to do so, let's set these down. And what is it supposed to look like? Oh, okay. So we have some more of these pieces here as well that have little buttons and toggles and such. Piss boy. Piss boy. Bring me the bucket for the royal we. This is amazing. I love it. Piss boy. Oh, that one's throwing me. Love it. Oh my goodness. So like all of these little greelies and little buttons and stuff like that, we got to pull them out of their bags and then figure out where they all go. It looks like they go for multiple different things, so this should be fun. Okay. So let's see here. We're going to grab this part, and then we're going to grab this little twoplex, I guess we can call it. And this one is going to fit just like that. Wow, this is kind of crazy. We're literally taking and putting the individual buttons in right there and there. Crazy. Well, this is a 3. With my big Lincoln Log Grossman fingers here. There we are. And then we're going to grab the 3-post black one. And this one goes at the bottom. Okay. This is fairly simple, actually. And these actually like set in properly. I didn't push them down far enough. Oh, that looks really cool so far. Very cool. And we're going to grab this weird shaped red one. 2 down here. 1 up there. Awesome. So now, where does all this go? Oh, there we go. And this weird looking one. Oh, yeah, there we go. Thanks, Todd. Zoom. I can't zoom, unfortunately, with this camera. That's what I was hoping to. I can focus a little bit better. I'll have the CX405 ready for next week's Knight Rider stream, by the way. So there we go. Try to keep the focus up, and I'll work a little bit more in the middle of the screen. I apologize for that. Let's grab this weird looking one here. It's just like that. I believe. Yep, now it fits in just like that. And all the buttons installed. Totally unnecessary the way they did that, but that's what that looks like. Let's see there. There we go. So basically, what we did is we just took these little bars, all the different colored ones over here, and just installed them in their little slots. That's what that looked like. Turned out pretty cool. That's actually really cool, especially with the silver in there and the different textures. Yeah, I like that. Super cool. Okay. I'm going to figure out how I can focus a little bit easier with this. Maybe with the keypad, actually. So let's grab part number 47, which is going to be this looking one, this cool looking one. So habit of focusing in. There we go. And like up here in the corner, it looks like there's a warning button that we're gonna be installing, which is pretty cool. Well, let's go ahead and get all this done. Try to work right about. Let's see. Try to work right about here. Let's focus in a little bit. There we go. All right. So this one, we're going to need to take more of these little pieces out. Super cool. And I'm going to take this part here that has the buttons kind of looking like that. And it is going to go just like this. And you put in a few of the buttons right along here, and then that button right up top. Super cool. And we're going to grab this shaped silver one, and that one is going to go in right here and up along the top. And it has these buttons and toggle switches up here up top that look like they're in different positions, which is pretty cool. That's awesome. Then we're going to take this clear panel here, the buttons on it, and this is going to sit in right over the top, just like so. And there, that's super cool, man. Some of the buttons are dark, some of them are, physical, some of them are clear and lit up. That is really, really cool. And there is a single clear button in the middle of that warning one. Yeah, man, I love it. God, I know it's super cool. I've said it like 1,000 times, but this is super cool. All right. Let's get that one tucked into place. And then this one is going to sit in right here. And there is a lock-in tab right down here at the bottom. So I'm just going to push that in and settle it into place. Don't push that button. I did. Because I can. Guys, that was super cool. Like, just in person, man. Ends the stream. This is the Ian button. I love it. I love it. All right. Now, this one is going to be one of the very cool pieces. Let's see if I can get this one. Let's focus in a little bit closer. And you can read. Let's see if I can get it to. Yeah, it has all the little different labels on the control, like all the different button spots. That is so cool, man. I really like that. I like it. Okay. Let's get that focus back up. There we are. Okay. So first up, we're going to take this shaped piece. And it looks like this one goes in right here. Oh, God. Maybe grab your tweezers. Oh, God. And where does that one go in? Just like that. Is that the right place? Did I do this wrong? No, it feels right. Oh. Whatever reason. This one is shaped funny. It isn't wanting getting its proper spot. So I'm going to start with the other two placements on that end. There we go. Cool. All right, that took a little bit of encouragement there for a second. And we're going to grab this one. And this one is going to go in right here. And you can kind of tell where they're wanting you to put it just based on the pattern. And that one's tucked into place. I'm going to grab this silver one here. It looks like this one goes where? Is it this one? I'm like, wait, where? Ah. There we go. It's right there. So Dash, they didn't say exactly, well, it's all in French, so I could probably take a look back at the beginning through the translate, but didn't really say what they have for, they didn't say what they had for all the bells and whistles, but it did have the clown sweepers is what Todd called it, which is pretty cool. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. I can't read it. I can't read. I love it. I'll before we cut out a stream, I'll go ahead and I'll take a look. I'll bust out the Google Translate and see what it says. So got that piece put inside. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Okay, so those four, do we get the 4 pieces put in? We did. Now let's grab, this part is one of the very cool ones. So let's go ahead and focus up. Maybe. So there are all the gauges. Batman's running at a half a fuel tank. He's got no oil pressure. We got concerns here. But it doesn't look like it's on, so we're fine. Yeah, no, I know. I just don't want to, like, with the translation programs, like, I don't know. Just having my phone out on stream just seems weird to me. I don't know. But for translating, 100%. Don't ask me why it feels weird. It just does. And then obviously on stream a couple weeks ago, I just gave everyone my password. So, you know, there's that. So there is the gauge cluster all put together. Wow. Even I know what Le Joker means in French. Oh, guys, this looks so good. God, this is so cool. Man, love it. So this one is going to get installed, obviously drop dead center. So we're going to put this one just like that. And then we're going to secure it in place with one D screw in the back. Yeah, actually. I agree. Yeah, so Dash, it's it's a trial, so like likely 100 issues. It seems to be what they tend to go for these days. But it's just a trial right now, so we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Todd, that's a great idea to DeAgostini, Altaya. I'll definitely change that. Oh my god. Ken, that's hilarious. Okay. Let's grab our next part, which is going to be pizza DiGiorno. I hate to say it, but I've cooked a DiGiorno pizza in one of my pizza ovens, and it turned out pretty good. It's really about the cook of the pizza that matters. So there's the next part that's going to go into place. Also really, really cool. So let's go ahead and remember to focus to where I'm actually working here. Thank you. To have autofocus. Oh, it would help, Jordan, if you installed this piece. My God. So I'm going to unscrew this one real quick. I installed the back or installed all the parts, moved on. God. I'm not smart. So this part just slots right into place right here. Then this one goes in right there. It's like, wait, something's not right here. There you are. There is definitely, I can tell you right now that there's going to be some light bleed issues right here. So I will definitely come back. I think this would be a good candidate for one of the dockyard streams that I have. I haven't done one of those since the very beginning, first one. But this would be a great candidate to bring in and do some mod work too, I think. For sure, Dash. I just wasn't sure if you'd caught that at the beginning of that. Now, obviously, if you're watching this, you saw that it's a trial. So, all right. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not surprised that Wayne has the trial issues of this. He needs to be building this. This is something that'd be right up his alley as well. Okay, so we're moving on to one of our last panels here, actually. We got one more after this one. So we're going to put that black piece in right there. And the straight silver double piece here. Going to go in right across here. Really like how these fit into place. And this weird looking silver one goes in just like this. Yeah, needless to say, when this opportunity came up, I was like, excuse me, you want to do what? Wow. It was a really kind gift. Well, what am I doing wrong here? That. Putting it upside down. You stupid Lincoln Log fingers. That is very true. You know, Ken, I've actually thought about that too. Like in preparation for this, I thought, you know, there is the Bandai, and I know the Bandai kit's a nice one. So, and it'll be nice to have a 24th scale and an 8th scale. Be pretty cool. Oh my God. Well, oh, there it is. I was like, wait, wouldn't be one of my streams unless I dropped something. And I think I still actually dropped something. I did. I'm going to need to use my phone to find a red piece that I just dropped. Wait, I didn't see what happened with Wayne. He trashed his Iron Man? No, really? Oh, that sucks. I heard they're top heavy. Oh, man, that sucks. Poor Wayne. I'm going to use a flashlight to find the piece that I dropped. There it is. Not to be confused with all the chunks of wire bits and... Oh, goodness me. All right. So, there's the last little pieces there for our next part. Oh, it fell over and came in pieces, so you threw it away. That sucks. Like, Iron Man seems like such a cool model, but then I just see stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Okay, let's go ahead and install our piece here. And that one's very simply just going to put in right like this. And then we're going to install it with 2 D screws. Well, Wayne probably can. Well, why would he want to rebuild that, though? Oh, yeah. I hope it wasn't one he paid for. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, figures are interesting. Like, Buck, I wonder what ET is going to be like. But ET also has that really fat gut right in the middle. So I'm sure he's fine from a centered balance perspective. But I am curious about that. I've been curious about the figures. And I said figures. Ian, if you're listening. Oh. Wayne paid for a part work. No, the Iron Man's one of the older ones, isn't it? So very cool. And that's what that's looking like so far. Wow, you guys. Freaking awesome. All right. On to the very last steps. And it is a 2032, and I think I've got a 2032 laying around, so we'll be able to light this one up here. Awesome. All right. Oh, yeah. Buck, how sturdy is the alien, by the way? Ah, prehensile. Got it. All right. This one, very simply, you're going to take this, install this one back piece, get it to its slots. Maybe. There we go. And we're going to grab our last little red piece here. This was a really cool stage, actually, I got to say. It was a lot of fun to put together. And this one is simply going to be put in. The leg will stand on its own. T800 wants to pray on his knees. I love it. Love it. The 800 is definitely one of those ones where like it has been on my mind to do. So nice. Okay, good. That's good to know. All right. Now, let's get our final piece installed. Yeah, I was about to say, Dash, you have the autocorrect phone for sure. What happened here? There's that. Oh. I found something interesting here. The screw point that they gave us here. No, never mind. Well, yeah, actually, the screw point that they gave us here is not correct. It is actually right here. And at an angle. Very interesting. I don't know if that's deliberate that way, but it doesn't look like you're supposed to screw in a screw there, but that's 100% where you do. So, interesting to all of us, I would hope. A screw spot, although it does look like, yeah, they've done that before. So interesting to me because I'm special. So there's the dash all assembled. Not you, Dash. This Dash. All assembled. And I think I need to go try to find a 2032. I think I know exactly where one is. I'll be right back. Bought a bunch of these in the... I built Dash, yeah. I bought a bunch of these 2032s for a power supply setup that I got, so that works out nicely. Let's go ahead and get that wrong way. Plugged in. Let's get all of our stuff. Well, we got screws left in those ones, so there we go. There we go. Clean up some more mess. 2032 is in. We are going to go into the LED port. Make sure our connectors are lined up properly. Oh, man. So, all of the different remotes. Echo. Turn off lamp 3.
Okay.
So there is the dash.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it does. Wow.
Yeah, you can probably put a some tint film or something like that if the TV screen's a little too bright, so it's not getting blown out. But the camera is going to make it blow out.
Yeah, and there's maybe around a little bit around some of the gauges. There's a little bit of bleed, but you can just basically pop that panel out and just do a little bit of black marker around the outside. So that's perfect.
Yeah, that I use my black acrylic pens for that. It's great.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So now let's do this. Let me share my screen again. That is a picture of the driving car.
Oh, cool.
So it's very, very close. Like
Very
really
close.
I mean, the monitor's missing. You're going to have to get a 1/8 scale propane tank put in there for the flamethrower. But then I have another picture of the actual insert, the insert of the cockpit. Where did it go? I'll throw that up here. So this is the. This looks like a replica. I take that back. I know I found a picture, but it's very similar. I mean, I think they're very close.
Yeah. Oh, they did a great job.
Yeah,
They really did.
I think they did a very good job. I don't know what I'm doing. Trying to delete the picture I just did, but I put this one back up here. No, just load that one back up. Yeah, I mean, I think they did a pretty good job. Like all these little buttons on the side, they have different colors, but this is what I meant about you might want to colorize some things, but
Yeah.
if you really needed to, but they kind of did. They kind of mixed this car, which has the Batman logo on the steering wheel, and it looks like an old Momo steering wheel.
Yeah, it does.
And then they put some of the insert stuff, like the screen dash, the TV, and stuff like that from the insert. So it looks really good. They did a really good job.
They really did. I'm really impressed, actually. This whole model has just been it's been impressive so far. Like literally, this looks so good. And it was like it went together really, really well. Like that was the thing that kind of got me. Like Kit's Dash was a little janky to put together. This one just went together so well. So man.
I don't see a ton of light leak either. Like it looks,
No, I don't. And where I was worried about it, none.
Yeah, it looks really good.
There's a little bit over here, but man, I really like this console down here. Love the way they did that. So let's see if I can get it to get a little bit closer here. Do a little bit of focus action. There it is.
You know what's interesting is a lot of times those gauges, not necessarily backlit, a lot of them are edge lit. So
Right. Actually, you're correct.
It may be one of those things where you say, where you're like, because that's probably tampo printed, so the light's not going to come through the print,
Right.
the gauge dials, but you might be able to scrape light instead of adding paint. Maybe you scrape around the edges of them to let light bleed around the edge on purpose.
Oh yeah.
And maybe give them that edge lit look, like the the small ones up top. They kind of have that edge lighted.
That's a fantastic idea. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be modding this in one of the Dockyard streams for sure.
Just something fun until you get until the real one comes around.
Yeah.
I hope they make this. I really do.
I do too. We all need this. Everyone needs this model. Everybody in the world. I believe.
I can't believe it's powered by a 2032 though. That part, I'm like, oof.
Yeah, I was like, okay, but
it doesn't have a lot of lights. It's got what?
It doesn't.
A couple tail lights, the engine torch at the back, and that's pretty much it.
It's got motors though.
Yeah, there's no way the motors are going to run off a 303 volt. Not very long.
No, not at all.
Oh, I want the tumbler too, but you can't get it here.
Yeah, we all want the tumbler. God. Echo, turn on lamp 3.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and get our lights back on here. And focus up for lower on the. There it is.
Oh, you know what? You're right, Buck. That's probably just a test board.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you're right. I bet you're right. I bet you that's just a test board.
So the 3 connections on it say LED, motor,
Yep.
and key.
Key.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wonder what that is. Oh, man. Freaking awesome. Love it. Let's bring all of our parts back. Let's get everything on here. There's that. That monster wheel. That put on there just like that. And let's get everything all positioned up. I gotta say, besides the dash, this was by far the coolest part of this build.
The fact that it's going to spin just blows my mind. That's so cool.
I know. Like, and the quality. Like, if there's one thing that I will say about this whole thing so far is that the quality is up there. It's really up there. And as Buck was saying, like that the 66, the high quality of the 66. And like if this is how DeAgostini is gonna be building, then I'm totally fine with that. Man, they need to bring this, they need to build this now. So yeah, this was awesome. This was awesome. So thank you to my subscriber. You know who you are, and I very much appreciate it. This was an incredibly kind gift, and one that I'm going to be obsessing over for quite a while. Thank you, Chase. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, I think that's what I got for you guys tonight. Anybody got anything to say before we head on out the door? I just want to thank everyone that is here. So Buck, Todd, of course. Todd was on helping me get my camera that we didn't actually get to see up and running because the battery died. But thank you, Todd, for helping me get that up and running. I need to pick up a battery eliminator for that one. It's actually something that I realized. Ken, thank you so much as always. Chase, Dash. There's anybody else in the comments that I am seeing? I think that is everyone that was in the comments. For everyone else that was out there, what did I see?
Tony was here earlier.
Tony was in there, right? Yeah, Tony was in there as well. So thank you, Tony. Really appreciate you guys all watching. And I'm going to be back next week with Kit. I'll be streaming next Thursday. I've got my package last month, and I think I'll actually be paying for Kit here in the next week or so. So I should be able to do a few streams in a row. And I know that Mike Lane is getting ready to ship off some amazing toys. I'm super excited about that one. So, yeah, guys, that's what I got for you today. Let me just hop on down here to the bottom of the comments to make sure I'm not missing anything on the way out the door. And thanks, guys. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Buck. Thank you all. I really appreciate you guys all for watching tonight. I know that there was a million things you all could have done. Instead, you spent a couple minutes with me. Well, a couple minutes. How long has it been now? How long has it been? Oh, my God. Almost 3 hours. Holy crap. Oh, Todd, you should have your package tomorrow. But I just want to say thank you. You guys are all amazing. If you'd like to support the channel, please like and subscribe if you're not already. And I hope you all have a wonderful day in this beautiful world. It's a horse head. Oh my God. Yes. Ken is one of the most kind and generous people, and if it is a horse head, it is going to be amazing. So, want to say thank you. I hope you all have an amazing evening tonight, and an appropriate outro for the way I always do things. We're going to bust out probably my favorite Batman outro, or I guess quote, and that is, a hero can be anybody.